Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to the channel Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you would like to support me at Patreon, please go over and get a monthly subscription on patreon.com. You choose a level and there's readings available over there, and it's a way to support the channel if you'd like. If you would like to just support the channel without it being monetarily, you can like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it out, comment. However, just tuning in is a form of support too. Excuse me. Sorry. So this morning's forecast is for, not only is it a message for the highest good of the greater collective, therefore it's timeless, but it is originally being made for August 7th, which is Friday, but it's not necessarily required that you see it on that date. So if you're looking at it at a different date, you don't necessarily have to turn it off. It should still be a message for you at the time that you're seeing it. Beyond that, I think that's it. You can follow me on Instagram, you can stalk me and figure out my socials and all of that. And let's just get into the reading today. So yesterday we had that Five of Swords energy. That card has showed up twice this week. It's sort of interesting to me. I'm wondering if the fives are going to be dogging us the last few months. We had Five of Pentacles a couple of times last month with the other deck that we were working with. Patterns, people, patterns. So let's see here what we got going on. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands. Talk about good morning fire energy. The Ace of Wands is all about sort of positive movement. To me, when I look at this crow, he's looking at a cityscape. And to me, sorry, I need to wake up. Wands is the element of fire, also the element of spirit, right? Aces are always sort of this ingenious idea, right? And we're looking at this golden path, or this path to this new land. Almost like, to me, it reminds me of the Yellow Brick Road in Oz, the way that she's done this. And so when I'm looking at this, it feels like this crow is sort of looking to the city skyline, right? And we have city skyline on either side of him. To me, this almost looks like he's sort of reflecting on the past so that he can make a better future and work his way towards that along this path. And I feel like this being a Wands card speaks to this idea of being inspired by our spirit, or the draw, the pull within us. It's sometimes like not necessarily how we feel. I'm sorry. It's not necessarily like, we don't necessarily always know how the label to put on it, right? It's sort of kind of what like draws us in, or what makes us move forward. To me, this is sort of like a intuitive card, or at least the energy that I'm feeling from it is intuitive in the sense of like, where are we guided to go today? Where are we inspired to, like, where are we like sort of being inspirationally pulled towards today? Thinking outside of the box. There's always that energy with aces. Aces also always come with them a sort of an excitement, a newness, opportunity. Doors might be opening, pathways might be opening, things that we didn't see coming, just sort of opportunities. There's also this idea, even though he's sort of facing the past to me, and I don't know why I'm obsessed with which way the crows are facing in this deck, but to me, it feels like we sort of look at our past so that we can better understand and create for our future. Is sort of the message that I'm getting from this card. These feathers that are here, right? These feel like there's a dual thing happening here. It looks like we have a bunch of feathers over here and feathers here. To me, there's been work involved. We've put in some time, some energy, some work. We maybe even sort of lost or left behind parts of ourselves as we've moved along in this journey. But we haven't given up, and we're continuing to move forward, right? We're continuing to stay focused on the goal. We may have to revisit the past or reflect upon things in the past that weren't necessarily working so that we can better understand and create what we want for our future, right? And then start to take the steps to go about getting there. So this is like a very empowered card, inspired card. Take it like also full of energy. This card, in the sense that fire, the aspect of fire, it being the suit of wands, speaks to the idea of we might get a little bit of a boost of excitement today, or like the work that maybe we were putting off or not necessarily wanting to do doesn't seem quite so daunting, and we're willing to put in that extra effort today because we feel like we've got a little pep in our step. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this crow, is he's sort of eager to move forward, and in doing so he's maybe looking at some things or dealing with some things from his past, or things that maybe he wasn't paying attention to or are not wanting to look at. He's looking at them so that he can move forward. And he's inspired to do that, and he's also inspired to listen to like sort of where that pull from spirit is guiding him towards, right? There's that opportunity here too. The daffodils down in the corner make me think of the idea of growth, and so the newness of that, the excitement of that. There is definitely an opportunity, and I think, if I'm not, are these like coins? It just sort of looks like this path is sort of like the golden path. So there's opportunity in this card for sure, and we have to stay focused on that opportunity, listening to our higher self, or our more spiritual self, as it guides us towards the opportunity that we seek, or the sort of horizons that we want to create. Does that make sense? All right, so we have Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Anybody need a pillow? He's kind of hot. He's giving me like straight up, look at him, he's kind of hot. He's giving me full on straight up, Bonnaroo vibes. All right, so I like that he's talking about exchanging ideas to create abundance. That would definitely be this Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is, like I said, this optimistic, energized, outside the box card that is sort of drawn, where we're drawn from like maybe our heart or our deeper desires spiritually to sort of move forward in creative and abundant ways. This Trader card speaks to this idea of opening ourselves up and being available to kind of share ideas to better further our cause, move ourselves further down the road. This could be a great day for collaboration for some of you. This could be a great day to sort of discuss and work out any issues that you might have. Maybe that Five of Swords energy, if any of you are fretting in relationships, work relationships, friendships, personal romantic relationships. If you guys were fretting over certain things mentally the day before, today is a good day to sort of maybe put some of those things on the table without any expectation, and see how you can sort of collaborate and move beyond those things. There's definitely an opportunity to move beyond those things. When we talk about the abundance that's in Trader, that's the abundance that I see that's in this city, right? This crow is moving towards something new, opportune, bigger than maybe even he realizes in some ways, if that makes sense for some of you. You might think you have the idea of what you want as the outcome, but to me that city looks much bigger than the crow can actually see. So there might be opportunities that we're not even aware of yet that we're moving towards. And as we utilize the energy of the Trader, there's an openness, there's a friendliness, there's a caring nature to him that allows him to sort of know his worth and be sort of wanting to share that, if that makes sense. So let me read these cards to you really quick. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm like having a little bit of an allergic reaction. Where's the Ace of Wands? That's the King. Okay. All right. The crow swoops from the sky and lands upon a wand, marking the beginning of a path to a bright, shiny city in the distance. The wand brings the message of confirmation that the crow is on the right road and opportunities for success are laid out before her. The blooming spring flowers represent a fresh start, Floating through the air are little white feathers, bringing the message that the Ace of Wands represents not only a new beginning, but also one that is divinely guided. Okay, that's beautiful. I kind of like that it looks similar to like a cloud clearing away and clarity coming around the path, and also sort of the hard work that we're willing to put in. But I do love that those white feathers mean that it's divinely guided too. That's also the element of fire and the element of spirit. If we're listening to that voice within us, we're going to naturally be able to sort of create that abundance that we see in the Trader card. Now let's find Trader really quick. Excuse me, I should be more prepared, guys. Trader is page 80. So Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Make connections and exchange information, talents, or support. The Trader brings the lesson of energy and energy of exchange. When he appears, he could represent an opportunity to exchange talents, whatever they may be, in order to expand or be about the exchange of energies that come from the universe, or both. For example, if you are a creative person or consider yourself creative, when you share your talents, you are giving them, and when you do so, the universe will give you more in order for you to share more. It's all a beautiful cycle. The Trader also reminds you to be open and honest and act with integrity in your exchanges, because doing something to get something will only lead to challenges. The universe operates under the law of cause and effect and is always looking to return to a natural state of balance. So if you are lacking in the feelings of abundance at this time, you are being invited to share your time, your gifts, and your understanding with others. If you're frustrated because something isn't unfolding in your life, instead of asking yourself what you can get, ask yourself what you can give. The exchange of energy doesn't necessarily mean financial energy. It can also be about supporting in order to feel supported. If you've been holding back with your offerings, now is the time to change that. Allow yourself to be open, honest, and vulnerable. This can prepare you to open up to even greater opportunities in the coming days, weeks, and months. So, and that's sort of that coming days, weeks, and months energy sort of feels like that idea of the city being bigger than even this crow understands, right? There's opportunities that we could potentially be opening ourselves up to and creating just by like opening the door of our heart or our spirit and going, that seems good. That seems, I'm inspired to want to pursue that or share that, chase after that, right? And in doing so, when we give ourselves the freedom to do that, we sort of open ourselves up like this Trader, and we kind of open up avenues and pathways and opportunities towards getting there. So this is a really like wonderful reading. Let's see. Today's a good day for you guys. Like look for the opportunities and like hunt them down, chase them down, children. All right. Here we go. This is your grounding stone. We want to ground in the idea of focus. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. The idea is this focus on where do we want to be? How do we want to go? How is it going to feel? Are we like drawn from a deep internal place? Are we open and willing to sort of exchange energy to create the abundance that we see in this Trader? Remember that Sunday stone, and I keep reminding you guys it's every day. Sunday, which is the underpinning grounding stone of all of this, is that vision, right? This focus is about holding focus and keeping that vision of, where do we want to be? How is that going to feel? Does it feel really, really good? Or do we believe that it's going to be nothing but headaches and we can't really get there? If that's how we hold our vision, then that's what we're going to sort of experience more of. So these two cards, this Ace of Wands is this outside of the box, release or change in thinking, this new pathway, this new opportunity towards getting us to where we want to be, and opening up to the excitement and the idea of that, and then focusing on that and moving towards it, no matter how sort of we might be guided, either magically or through opportunity. But we have to sort of open ourselves up and allow that to take place. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, you guys. I get like a really positive feeling from all three of these elements together: Trader, the Ace of Wands, and focus. It sort of feels like today's a day to be creative and play in the energy, right? Play in the focus, play in the vision. We also have that Eight of Pentacles energy underneath this by this point. So that's also very like a good omen, in the sense that it's also, we can take these inspirations and kind of also ground them not only in this energy of focus, but in that Eight of Pentacles energy, which is that harder working sort of energy of the symbol of earth, right? The element of earth. So it's like kind of taking spirit and earth and blending them together to bring ourselves forward towards whatever it is we desire. That's your forecast, you guys. I hope it makes sense. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said at the beginning of the video, please, if you feel so inclined, give us a like, a share, a comment, a subscribe. I hope that most of you that are watching this are in line with this, and I hope that this message reaches you and inspires you to keep focus and to go about being inspired by the new beginnings that are presented to you and opening yourself up to them to allow yourself to sort of receive them, right? That's kind of the idea of trader too, is we're like being in active receptivity to what's going on around us in a positive way. All right, that's your forecast. I look forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow. I hope that you have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for tuning in. All right, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.